Greetings and salutations. I hope everyone is well, as I am feeling well myself. Tonight I'm going to bring you some Dogman encounters of New England. With that, before I get on with the show, I've got 2 subscriber stories that I'm going to be doing later this week. I think you'll definitely enjoy them. And with that, on with the show. Our first encounter happens in Massachusetts, Hampden County, 2013. I'm reporting a possible Dogman sighting based on the info provided my son and his friends. This occurred in Montgomery, Massachusetts. As a four-wheel enthusiast, my oldest son has become familiar with off-roading trails and rural routes that he and his friends use regularly, often at night. On this occasion, they were in his Ford Explorer, following a familiar route in a rural town, through a remote, wooded area. Being winter, the plows stopped at a certain point, leaving a bank of snow at that point, marking where the town abandoned maintenance of the unpaved road for the winter, leaving further use of this road to those who dare. As my son related, he four-wheeled through the snowbank and drove along the road, which winded over a mountain. He concentrated on his driving, focused on the road as his close friend sat in the front passenger seat. Suddenly his friend exclaimed, "Look! Look! What's that? What is that?" My son didn't lift up his eyes to see it because he wanted to stay on the road. His buddy pointed to where it went. So my son quickly swung his truck around and illuminated the area with his off-road lights and headlights. His friend described what he saw as running like a wolf, but not a wolf. He said it was big like a bear, but not a bear. He also said it had long hair and was lighter in color than a brown bear. He said it was gray in color. They sat there for a minute or so, staring into the darkness. Suddenly another one, pushed the SUV from behind, making it slide along the muddy, snowy road a short distance. They both whipped their heads around, only to see the blackness of night out the rear window. Then he quickly started the truck and sped out of there, not seeing the creatures again. My son stated that it could not have been the same creature his buddy spotted, because once he had illuminated the area with his truck's lights, they would have spotted movement against the white, snowy background. Another of my son's friends insisted this was Bigfoot, as he had an encounter years ago, but this description seems to fit a Dogman. This experience, whatever it was absolutely true. Our next Dogman encounter of New England happened in Oxford County, Maine, 2001. I'm a night owl. I always stay up late at night and watch TV. I just happened to look out the window one night and saw what I initially thought was a man sitting on the roof. I thought it was a man because at first he looked almost naked until I saw the hair or fur on him. He then turned his face, and what I saw then was frightening. He had pointed ears like a dog and a long snout. They were almost like a German shepherd's ears. I could not understand what I was looking at. I just stared at him for a few minutes. I felt like if I moved, it would see me. It sat there on its butt with human-looking arms and legs, but with hair or fur covering them. I backed away from the window very slowly and went to tell my husband. He didn't want to get up and go look, thought I was crazy. When I went back to the window, it was gone. I do not know or understand what I saw that night, but I did tell my husband and kids what I saw. It has haunted me for many years, until I was just telling a few of my grandchildren recently at camp. One of them got on the computer and found some pictures of what they thought I meant. It was so scary. I was looking at the same thing I saw on the roof that night. I couldn't believe it. As I sit here looking at the picture, I did not know it really existed many, many years ago. Our final New England Dogman encounter comes from Hillsborough County, New Hampshire, June 1st, 2017. I was going through the hiking trails with my dog behind my town's local high school fairly late one night. I had gone there plenty of times before since I was young, so I wasn't frightened. While I was walking my dog, he kept trying to stop and was whimpering, which was strange because he is normally a very brave dog. After walking for about 10 minutes longer, I heard a huge branch crashing and breaking. That's when I started to become frightened and decided to turn back. While walking back, I could tell that something was following me. I was terrified. Suddenly, after a minute of calmness, this creature leapt in front of me across the trail. The creature had long, dark fur and was enormous. It wasn't a bear. It was like a very muscular, huge wolf. After seeing this, I picked up my dog and sprinted off the trail without seeing it again. That was easily one of the most terrifying nights of my life. Sorry for the short video tonight, guys. This is all the stories I could find for New England. But like I said, I've got some subscriber stories coming up this week, and I'll make sure I'll get some longer stories out for you guys. Thanks for the support, and everyone have a great night.